We're gonna make Brazil nut milk. So what you're gonna need is half a cup of Brazil nut, half a cup of pumpkin seeds or pepitas. Pretty much that's all that you need, unless you wanna make it some sweet, a little bit sweet, and you can use dates. 2 to 4 would be a good amount for a cup of the nuts. And you can also, I'm gonna show you how I make it with vanilla beans, but you could add honey, maple syrup, or stevia if you're staying on the low carb side. I personally do not put any sweeteners on mine, but a lot of my friends just use it with dates, Murgel dates, peated Murgel dates when they blend it. So I will tell you when I would add the dates if in case you want it sweeter. Okay, so I actually have already soaked my nuts overnight. So last night I put half a cup of Brazil nut and half a cup of the pepitas in water. So when you soak them overnight, it removes some of the anti-nutrients and it also softens them, so it makes it easier to blend. For more information on how to prepare nuts and seeds, I have a whole blog post on it on my website with times for different seeds and nuts and etc. So I'm just gonna drain this water because we're not gonna need it anymore. And now I am gonna put the soaked seeds, you can see it from there. So I drained the old water and I also kind of rinsed it. To every cup of nuts, I add 4 cups of filtered water. I just always use my Vitamix, it's the most used item appliance in the house. So you could just do that and that would be a great recipe for nuts and seeds. So let's just blend this. So step 1 is blending the soaked nuts and seeds. 1 minute. After you blended it, we're gonna strain it. Back on my old hippie days back in Rio in Brazil, I used to make green juice and we have those cheesecloth or you have some nut bags. But now I just make my life a little easier. And I use a wired mesh strainer. Show you. If you're just going to use it for smoothies, you wouldn't even need to strain it. It's a little grainy and it's a little bit richer in flavor, so I prefer to just strain it and get a little bit of a thinner milk, because I use this also for smoothies, but I use that a lot for my matcha latte and for, you know, making chocolate milk or anything that requires milk. It would be a little bit more how do you say that, eco-friendly to use the pulp, but as you can see it's pretty thick, and you could use that for baked goods as well. It's awesome. So the Brazil nuts are rich in selenium, and the pepitas, the pumpkin seeds, are rich in zinc, so it's great for the immune function and it's awesome for thyroid health. So as you can see here, you know, I am applying a little bit of force to drain all the liquid out of the strainer. And I'm not sure yet if I have anything, a recipe. Let me show you a little closer. What does it look like? Do you see? It's a good pulp for, I don't know, cookies and nut breads. Okay, I think we squeezed everything out of here. So you could just stop here. But I am gonna add just a tiny bit of vanilla seeds. It tastes pretty good with vanilla extract, but I honestly just prefer a little bit. Just a little bit goes a long way. If I can get this out of here. Okay, so you see, tiny bit. Just added this in. And I am also gonna add my recent discovery, this Colima sea salt from Mexico. I'm just gonna add a tiny pinch to add some minerals and bring up some flavor. So here is where you would, if you wanted a little sweeter, add the dates, 2 to 4, or put some honey or stevia or even maple syrup. I personally don't use any of that, but because I did put the vanilla, I'm gonna put everything back on my Vitamix and reblend it. I'm not gonna blend it not to waste your time, but you just blend it again and put in a glass jar. It stays good in the refrigerator for around 4 days. So I blended it again, and now I'm just gonna fill the mason jars. Look how pretty. That's it.